Hey guys, so it's me. This is DeeLee2013, and I'm about to open my GLA Pro Regulator that I ordered in the mail, and the U.S. Postal Service flubbed up on and lost it, and then found it again, and so finally it is here in my hands. Now, first off, just want to say that my Aquatech and my Up Aqua did not do very well, so I was not very happy. Decided to spring for the wonderfulness that is supposed to be GLA. I've been told they are the Cadillacs of Regulator. So let's see what we got here. I'm going to kind of just prop this on some part of me or another and then open this because it's going to take two hands. So bear with me, guys. I'm not used to this whole camera thing. Hey, look, that works. And kids, if you see me using scissors, don't try this at home. Alright, here. Let's see. Well, at least we can say they packaged this really well. Aha! Alright, there we go. Hey, look, a box. Not really, just another piece of cardboard. Let's see what we got here. Alright, and if you happen to see my animals come in and out of the picture, just ignore them. They are hogs when it comes to different pieces of equipment. There's one right now, trying to get her laying claim to fame. So we've got some amazingly packaged stuff here. It looks like it's pretty well air sealed. Looks like a little bit of potential grease there on the inside. Not a bad thing necessarily. Probably to help keep everything in line. So there we are, guys. This is the GLA Pro 1. It only has one manifold block on it. I've only got the one tank right at the moment, so we'll see if the husband ever allows me to get more than that require any kind of planted CO2 maintenance. So it's very heavy, I will say that. It's quite a bit heavier than either the Aquatech or the Up Aqua, so that at least bodes well. I noticed when it shipped that it shipped from Gainesville, Florida, and I wish I would have known that, because I just would have gone and picked it up. I wouldn't have made them pay for shipping, and I wouldn't have paid for shipping if I had known I could just pick it up, since that's less than an hour and a half away from me. But I get down there all the time. Okay, guys. So there she is in all of her glory. Yeah, looks like just a little bit of grease there on the gauge. Other than that, it looks quite gorgeous. Quite gorgeous. So, unpacked it is. I'm going to start hooking it up, and I will check back in with you guys momentarily. This should be interesting. Hey guys, it's me again. So I got everything out of the box, and so what came with it, obviously, was, looks like a few feet of CO2 tubing, and they did give me a nylon seal for my tank, but I have already ordered quite a few replacement nylon seals, and I also ordered a brass perma seal just because I don't plan on this tank being a problem as far as filling it up. So over here you can see that I've already vented my CO2 tank in order to get the debris out, and I added the perma seal. They specifically say just to hand tighten this, to not worry about using any kind of tools to tighten it other than hands, obviously. So I will get back to you when I start putting all of this together. Alright guys, I have followed the step-by-step instructions, and I'm at the point now where my CO2 diffuser is inside the tank, but nothing is plugged in yet. So just to show you, all the way back there, right next to the red cherry shrimp, is the Atomic CO2 diffuser from GLA. Figured I'd give it a try and see just what exactly all the hubbub is about. At the moment, my working pressure and whatnot is around 35, 38 psi. I'm at a full tank, just over 100. I mean, excuse me, 800. Definitely not 100. That would be horrible. And everything has been adjusted. The instructions very easy to follow, very commonsensical. So the next step, of course, would be to plug this baby in. So let us hope that all goes well. Catch you in a minute. Alright guys, here is the semi-moment of truth. I have plugged in my solenoid. I'm not hearing anything. I am going to start adjusting this needle valve here on the bottom. I'm afraid to go too fast. I'm worried it's going to start popping bubbles all over. Ah, there it goes! Look at that! We have bubbles. Houston, we have bubbles. Now, of course, with the diffuser being all the way up there, it hasn't pressurized yet. So it looks like I'm going to be here for a little while waiting for this baby to pressurize. Unless I, of course, pump up the gas a little bit. Now, this, as you can't see, goes into under my stand and then comes out the other side. And then I have another check valve with another bubble counter. So you can see here that I'm only getting about 1 or 2 bubbles per second here. So the diffuser all the way, not the grungy looking one, but the white one right there behind the red cherry shrimp. Oh, look, a baby. Hasn't even started to work yet. So I'm not sure if that's just because there's not enough pressure in the line. Maybe somewhat of a delayed reaction, but I am getting some bubbles here. So let me adjust my needle valve down below just to see if that makes a difference to get this puppy started. And of course, we are looking to see if... there are bubbles! Look at that! So now I'm obviously going to dial it back quite a bit. But it has pressurized, and it is a plethora of bubbles. It's actually really kind of cool if you could see this in person. Now it is right underneath my outflow for my hob filter, so I would imagine that means that all the little blurry bubbles you're seeing on your end are basically all the CO2 that's dissolving into the water as we speak. Now, believe it or not, I have actually turned the initial bubble counter all the way down, and we can see that change is starting to take effect here. So I can see this is going to be kind of like a little bit of a game here, trying to figure out exactly at what bubble rate I am looking at. Now, you can barely see this at this point, but there are still very, very tiny bubbles. The bubble counter on the side is still going about 1 or 2 bubbles per second, a little bit on the high end. And we're keeping a pretty steady flow of these little itty-bitty bubbles. So let's see what happens. I'm going to play around with it for a little bit, guys, but I would say all in all, this is a success. So this is Diana signing off after putzing around with a GLA Pro CO2 regulator. Thanks everyone for watching and dealing with me as I learn this technology mumbo jumbo. And once again, money shot. So that's what we're looking at right there. And looks like it's doing its job. Little bubbles going everywhere. So, alright guys, have a wonderful afternoon. I hope you are well and warm, because I tell you what, it is hot outside right now. Sayonara.